Podcast starts now.
Just kidding, but it is us. It's both of us. We are here on Zoom, and we want to tell you that we have a variety of shows coming up, shows that honestly haven't even been announced yet. And so, first of all, I have a second London show on February 24th at the Soho Theatre that there are still a few tickets left for.
And I, Sam, have 3 shows in Los Angeles. They are on March 9th, March 24th, and April 1st. I'll be, working on my hour before I take it on the damn road. So I would love to have a supportive crowd there. And then get this, we are doing a StraightioLab live show in New York City at the Bell House on Friday, March 13th. Spooky Friday the 13th.
Wow. So pretty much you can see George, that's me, in London on February 24th. You can see Sam in Los Angeles for 3 dates that are sort of across March and April. And you can see both of us in New York City, Brooklyn, but still counts, at the Bell House on Friday the 13th, Friday, March 13th. Well, quite simply, what more could you ask for?
We are out and about, and that's all you can ask of us.
And that's the Mother Tuckin' Tea. Enjoy the episode.
Bye. Podcast starts now.
TGIF,
folks.
If I may be so bold.
I'll say TGIFF. Thank God it's Friday, folks.
How do you feel about Phil's coffee?
Hate it.
So this is so interesting to me. Every time I bring up Phil's coffee, everyone hates it.
Too sweet. I know you can get it without sweet, but they want you to get it sweet. And I don't like the implied sweet.
This is so, Phil's coffee is, first of all, Palestinian owned. So
actually, at correction, they were bought by a VC firm and now they're not Palestinian owned anymore.
Oh, and it wasn't a Palestinian VC firm?
No.
That's so interesting.
They started Palestinian owned because someone, of course, on the internet corrected someone recently, and I've taken that to be fact.
So I used to live in Palo Alto, California, and Phil's is from Palo Alto. So I went to the original Phil's, and it was, when I tell you, like, Seattle grunge, like crunchy, like all the wood on the counter was like chipped, like nothing like what it looks like. The VC narrative makes sense to me because I remember going and it was just so like in the middle of Palo Alto, it was just such a like tech town and everything is so like blue bottle. Yeah. It was the one thing where you're like, finally some authenticity in this town. And now I went to one, I live by one now in LA. And by live, I do mean I'm here for 1 month.
Of course. And
I went to one and I was like, this is like Jamba Juice.
No, it's horrible. Even the graphic itself, it like grosses me out.
Well, the graphic has actually always been that. So that is still the homegrown element of it. Sure. And the Z,
Gag it.
Do you like Phil's? Jason Stewart?
I'm neutral on Phil's.
Okay.
I've never desired it. I've had it a couple times.
Yeah.
I guess I don't order coffee with sweetener in it, so I didn't even know that
I did not know about the sweetener
the only thing
they
I
are
knew
pushing
is
sweet in a huge way.
They push a mint leaf, like that's their signature
the
thing.
mint mojito.
We love mint leaves in a black hot coffee, don't we, guys?
No, that I don't like. Well, I did something shocking recently, which is that I went to Maru, which is right by where I, again, am staying, and rather than getting a normal coffee, I was sucked into the promise of their quote-unquote signature foam, full of sugar. Disgusting. I had to throw out a $6 drink and go back and say I would like an Americano.
And it's tough because you can't be the gay guy being like, how sweet is the foam?
Yeah.
But it didn't even occur to me. Asked.
I didn't even occur to me to ask because I'm like...
You ask for a children's drink, you get a children's drink. What do you expect,
literally.
Buddy? Sorry.
But I'm like, to me, foam is also... Maybe I'm just like confusing it with like how the Starbucks protein foam... I'm like, they've made advances in foam technology. Like I didn't expect it to be like, like marshmallow flavored.
Yeah. I mean, Maru is obviously red flag left and right because the line is out the door. Everyone's like, you have to get the matcha. People are taking pictures with the drinks. To me, it's
People are writing a script in the notes app.
It's scary to be over there.
Like int Maru.
I see the Maru and I go, no, I can't be over here. Like,
you just have to go at the right times, guys, and order the right thing. If you just go there and get an espresso at 2:14 p.m.
in the morning.
2:14 in the morning,
yeah. It could arguably be the best
Start lining up at 2:14 a.m. I do think it's delicious, and that's why I'm going
It's just
there.
like LA is same thing with traffic. You know when to not go to certain places.
True.
And that's just what it is.
It's all about, there's so much, this is very much something you would say, but LA is very chastity planned this way, where it's like you have to constantly know the rules or you will be punished.
You will be punished bad, spanked.
Yeah. Is that what you like about it?
Baby likes the rules.
I think we didn't properly bring in.
Okay, let's bring in our guest.
Sorry for saying gagging.
No,
that was
No.
perfect. That's
That
not
was
to punish
perfect.
you. This is not to spank you.
Yeah. This is a very New York City podcast. We're not about rules here. It's very Lower East Side.
The loose lifestyle of Manhattan. Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
the loose lifestyle of Manhattan.
So the last time we had this guest on, I have a confession that's not a confession. I hadn't listened to your podcast yet. And
This was like
we
3
could
years
tell,
ago.
honey, you could tell. And
Honey
George,
is the other one.
George kept saying, we got to get these guys on. And I go, ugh, okay, George, fine. Now, ever since you did the podcast, I have listened to your podcast morning, noon, and night. I listen to every damn episode.
Super fan.
I've become a super fan in a way that is completely insane. And so
insane.
I'll say,
Okay, that's good.
I just feel like we come from different worlds.
I had we do come, and that's what our podcast is for, to bridge.
You're bridging the world.
We bridge, and I on New Year's Eve when I was hanging out with you at the party, and then your husband came over and dropped that great line.
Well, because he was like, we were talking about restaurants, and Misha kind of gets mad at me because I only go to restaurants if someone recommends them, and especially if it's meant, I'll be like, well, you know who loves this restaurant? Jason from How Long Gone. And he kind of starts resenting
Like when
that.
you tell your kid Superman would change his diaper.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I want to do that. And he would tie his shoes.
And so then to you, he was like, well, and do you know that Sam only goes to restaurants if they're recommended by do you know this podcast, How Long Gone? And then I go, honey, he is How Long Gone. It was
and we had such a laugh.
And this actually just happened to you. I won't say who, but someone just outside didn't know who you were, but knew How Long Gone, and was starstruck in retrospect by comprehending that you host How Long Gone. Is that intentional? Are you trying to keep your physical appearance hidden from the masses?
I post a selfie every fucking day.
Yeah, but you guys don't do video. What's up
Are you
with that?
shadow banned?
Do you only work with?
No, I get a lot of likes. My engagement is quite high.
Oh, your engagement is
I'm,
pretty
I'm,
big.
I'm
Could be
literally
bots.
a professional influencer. It is my literal job. That is my number one revenue stream
It's
in my
working
life.
on me. I'm going to restaurants.
No, I mean brands give me money, and that's how I pay my bills. So that is an influencer.
Do you embrace the influencer title?
Yeah, I have to.
Do you watch I Love LA and go, that is so me? Me
What?
AF.
Unironically, 1,000% yes. I'm like, this is a show that gets me, a person that is twice the age of these little gay boys running around.
Damn. Well, please
But no, I
welcome
mean,
Jason Stewart,
but I literally
aka
do
DJ
watch that
Jeans.
show, and I'm like, fuck, they got it.
No, they do. Yeah,
They do got
it. It's our generation's entourage.
Yeah.
But I mean, and you can sort of relate as similar, but my jobs have been DJ, club promoter, podcaster, influencer. It's like, if you don't embrace it, then I would be suicidal.
What's funny about us, which is actually so deeply humiliating, is that we are defensive about being like we're stand-up comedians, as though that's any better, as though that's not the single worst job you can possibly have. But but unlike
There's
other
improv,
people we
but
know,
True.
that's not a job though. That's a hobby, I guess. Improv.
It's a public
It's a
humiliation.
public humiliation. Yeah, talk about chastity play.
It's a great skill set to have, though, for the corporate
No, definitely
world.
for the corporate
course,
world and
for
for nowhere
selling.
else.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when people say when improvisers are like, oh, I have to do a corporate gig. I'm like, that's what it's for.
Yeah.
It's not like it's an art form on its own and then you're selling it by doing a corporate gig.
Mm-hmm. No, that is it is a means to that end.
It's literally a means to
That's
that
the
end.
big show.
And you're doing God's work.
You're going to split $1,800 between 7 people, no flights, no hotels, and that's it.
Yeah, and you're going to love
That's
the
your
Denver.
Coachella.
Yeah.
Well, I do think you're sort of pioneering the idea of being a non-self-deprecating podcaster.
Yeah, totally.
I think so many people are like, I'm a podcaster. Ugh. Don't judge me.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves, especially with our direct competition smart list.
Yes, your enemies.
3 dudes who are successful, hot, multi-millionaire people who live a great life, being very talented. And their show is about how they're just so stupid and I don't know nothing about nobody. And it's a bad trope. Or just like Amy Poehler accepting the Golden Globe for podcasting and still being like, I'm a podcaster.
Don't talk about Amy that way.
Yeah, she's a friend. We've never met.
She's great and it's cool, but if it really is that embarrassing, don't fucking do it.
You're pointing to something too, the smart list thing of like people who are big celebs being like, I'm dumb as fuck. That
I'm just old. I watch TV and I go to bed at 7 o'clock and I eat dinner at 4.
I think this is I have a beef right now with Seth Rogen because I feel like he is that.
Wake it up, bitch.
Wait, what do you mean?
Seth Rogen's like, I'm a stoner. I suck. Yeah. And it's like, so you're the most successful person
you're the president of Hollywood.
I think he's crawling out of that, and he's entering a bit of a swag lord era now that he's winning awards. He's a little zaddy-fied. He's got a stylist.
He's one of the hottest people on the planet.
Yeah, I mean,
no.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know
both
we disagree.
of you think he's hot.
I've actually brought this up on your podcast, and both you, you're only turning us on. You're only turning us on.
Okay.
No,
Jesus,
it is.
Fuck.
I would say he is. Sam and I have very, very different types, and he is in the sweet spot where both of us are attracted.
He's your bridge.
He's literally.
He's the how long gone.
Do you like him a little chubbier or not?
Sam does. I mean, not to be like I don't.
Sure. But, him more than you if you had to pick one. Okay.
Sure, sometimes I like a little guy.
Have you guys interacted with him?
No.
Never?
No. But I do have beef.
No, I've never.
And what is the beef? Is just his self-deprecation?
Yeah, exactly. Because it worked.
Part of me is like, I'm even like,
is this a she's all that situation where you want to take his glasses off and say like, you're actually beautiful, and he does that?
Oh, if you don't think the glasses are he's already done that to himself. That's the issue. It's like if he's still dressed like a schlub,
were you
then
guys
fine,
jacking off to him in Superbad when you were kids?
No, Sam was.
I might have been.
Where the line is.
There was this artful nudes magazine that was like black and white nudes of men.
Okay.
It was called Pinups. Shout out. And they did a special edition where they drew Seth Rogen naked. Like each page was a new drawing,
like fanfic
of Seth Rogen.
So
but it was
he's
like
beloved in the gay community.
Yeah, especially in like bear community.
You know,
do you know about
gay
bears?
people really love hyper-realistic cartoon art, don't they?
Yeah, they really
because that's
do.
the only way you can create those fantasies.
No, now with AI, anything's possible.
Yeah, now with AI it's different. But I still like taking pen to paper, you know what I mean?
Of course, there's a meditation in that.
Well, that's the only pornography.
But yeah, I do know about bears.
That's the only pornography I consume.
Gay shit 101, right?
Well, I want Seth Rogen to be like, no, I'm up at 6 a.m. Like, I want him to admit that he's like Mark Wahlberg. Like, I want him to be like, I go to bed at 10 p.m. I'm up at 4. I work out. I read scripts. Because I'm like, you're not like stumbling through life. No,
I agree. But I think at one point he kind of was like going from meeting to meeting with a spliff in his hand and just like, I guess I sold another script. You know, like, but I think now that he's like a 47-year-old guy and has $100 million, he's finally like
universal
I'm wearing
acclaim,
Bruno.
Like, the only person allowed to make like a billion different shows. Sorry, when you said Gay 101, I remembered when my friend, our mutual friend Andrews, told me that you asked him if woof means busted. If I like woof in
I've noticed that woof can mean good and bad.
Yeah, woof is an interesting word like that.
In gay, I feel like it usually means good.
Yeah, but then if you
because in straight culture, it's just like, that's like an ugly bitch. Like woof.
Yeah.
You look like a doll.
And I had never considered that. It really is like it's almost.
But then
like,
in gay word, does it enter a pup play area where
to me it's like it's very bear culture. Like
woofing.
You literally woof on scruff. One of the apps.
Woofing
you woof on scruff. I literally woof on scruff.
But then like it's
literally I'm woofing on scruff,
folks. But then
so that's like sending somebody a DM message.
Yeah, and then
it's like poking on
it's
Facebook.
Like being like, hey,
woof. Isn't that from The Office? BJ Novak's woof me. He gets it.
Is that?
It was like he tried to develop like a new social media thing called Woof, and it was like WUPH or something like that.
Oh, that sounds
where like
hilarious.
you send a message and it's like you get a tweet, you get a text, you get an email, you get a fax, you get a whatever it is.
I bet Mindy Kaling wrote that one.
We digress.
But it's transcended.
She wrote all the good ones.
It's transcended scruff, I would argue. And now if you're like seeing a bear post a selfie at the beach, you respond like woof.
Okay, got it. But
you are so right that for women it's the opposite, and that's just
so that's like the fire emoji.
Yeah,
it's very fire emoji.
Not yet.
Is there a woof emoji?
Do you not? Do you? I guess I'm not
Sometimes
as involved
I'll
in
do
the
the
bear
nut emoji where it's like I just came, you know,
and it's just.
But
nut,
that's a classic.
Like you do the nut emoji.
Well, because like you know the meme like hitting the nut button.
Sure. Yeah.
Nut,
But,
when you say nut, you mean the
peanut.
The peanut or like water droplets, like nut.
No.
He means peanut.
Oh, you mean
a peanut, a Brazil nut? There's more than one varietal of legume and
Oh,
nut.
you're sending Brazil nut?
It depends on the
emoji?
size of the nut, but it's typically a
It depends
peanut.
on the size of the nut.
It's typically a peanut.
Okay.
Where it's like, that is good enough to make me come, nut emoji.
Got it.
And then woof that. You know what I mean?
That's nice. I'm going to start sending the nut emoji.
How
Do it. Be careful what you wish for.
do you feel about pretty much like, let's say you're posting a sexy photograph, okay, and you're wanting attention. What kind of response are you looking for? Like if someone does fire emoji back to you, is that you don't like that?
No, I don't want a fire emoji
Because all that's doing is being like, okay, your turn, you go now.
I think the emoji reaction, unless it's like a heart emoji when somebody died or somebody's dog died or something bad happened, just hit him with those 3 hearts.
I usually do nut emoji if someone's dog died.
I go woof.
Look, we all get off on our own things, and I'm not here to judge what you're into. Dead animal play, that's what it is.
Actually, I was just talking about
Different
how
kind of darker
when I was
play.
in college, this is, if you're right wing, skip 5 minutes. When I was in college.
Many of our listeners are right wing.
When I was in
Skip
college,
ahead.
I was sort of involved, I was adjacent to like a sort of radical queer
Somalian
groups. They were Somalian groups that were organizing some kind of like pretty violent armed domestic resistance. I was pretty involved in some like queer groups that were very like seeped in like queer theory and all that stuff. And one thing I remember happening is they were sort of like using queer theory to like theorize about interspecies relationships. And from what I understood, the like ultimate goal was to somehow destigmatize them. And I remember specifically being like, and that's when I'm out. Like I thought
like humans and
like bestiality.
So you're like, I'm on board so far with like blowing up a government building, but
I was sort of like,
you lost me with
but normalizing that like horses
cows.
can be kind of hot sometimes is a line too far for you. I get it.
Interesting.
They're like, that's a colonial narrative. I was
Where
like,
do they stand on hooking up with cousins?
I'm sure they're okay with it. That's child's play.
I'm not touching this one. I know how y'all play. I know how y'all play on Thanksgiving and Easter.
Oh, yeah, Thanksgiving is woof central.
It's woof central. I'm always woofing at Thanksgiving.
No, you ever woof a cousin on Thanksgiving and get a little
nut emoji, nut emoji, nut emoji.
Sorry, I was just looking at all my topics.
Oh, we'll ask you about your topics.
But I had a couple questions because I was listening to the episode with Yasir Lester.
Yasser.
Yasir. And have you ever noticed that when certain straight guests come on the show, they begin to take a gay voice affectation and they get a little like, we're here to key, like,
okay, I'm so happy to hear you say that because I fear that it's the opposite.
We sometimes get straighter when we have a straight
and
guest
I feel like
on.
I honestly do that when I'm on Hell and Gone.
Oh, interesting.
You're like, didn't clock it.
You bring the freak flag down. But you know
Didn't
that
clock it. Oh, you sounded pretty gay to me.
Pretty faggy if you ask me.
so that was you turning it down.
No. Well, no. In fact, I was like conscious of not wanting to do that. So this time around, I did. But
I just noticed that Yasser was just kind of like
kikiing. Yeah,
he was like
cleaning out.
Well,
he was cleaning out a little more.
But don't
than
you
normal.
think like
I haven't talked to him in a while, so I don't know what he's up to. But
yeah, well, he's gay now.
Yeah, he's cleaning out in his day-to-day life.
Cleaning out his
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think some straight guys come on and are like, I come in peace. Like it's their way of being like, I'm not a threat.
Yeah. But then other ones are like, it is time to queen out. And I'm just as much part of this as you bitches are. But don't you think all you want is permission to queen out?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what this is all. That's all these lights and cameras are about, right?
No, that's true. That's true.
Why are you finding yourself?
Do you want it? Are you like gaying it on your...
I try to be neutral and
suddenly your voice went deeper when I said
like
that.
a gay podcast or like a straight podcast. I'm just keeping it real.
Totally.
No, but I mean, but also the Ivy Woke episode.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Well, she ate us up.
She ate us up bad.
But she's like, you know, if she wasn't so toxic, she would be so famous. Like she's so much more talented and funny than everyone right now.
She's literally a generational talent, funniest person alive.
She will be.
She will be
famous.
the next Melissa
Well,
McCarthy.
come on the pod if you want to.
Oh my God,
she'll be there in a second.
She'll kill. You guys will not be able to keep up.
Challenge accepted. Easy peasy. Come on. But you guys like that, right?
Oh, we love
when you
when
go on with the
being
pro, then it
domed
makes you better.
Yeah.
We love being domed by a promising young woman. We like it less when it's like
She's got the bangs of a dom, huh?
Yes,
That's
definitely.
true.
That's true. And she's
Those
had
dom
those bangs.
bangs.
We asked her about the dom bangs. She said she's had them since she was a teenager, which was 2 years ago.
Whatever. It is 21 is a crazy age to be.
I know.
That,
when she
actualized.
launched the fact that she was 21,
That hurt.
our life flashed
No, I was
before our
listening
eyes.
to the podcast and she was like mentioning being in high school during
the
COVID.
pandemic, yeah.
And I was like,
I know it's crazy. And yet she's smarter and more
I was
wise than us.
married and, living in a suburban home with.
Well, yeah, whenever someone's like, I'm young, I'm like, right, 27. And
Right,
it's
right.
like,
Yeah, that's what young is.
Yeah,
Young is
yeah.
I love LA.
young as I love LA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we're Sex and the City.
Yeah, not for long.
T.
Sex and
it while
the City,
you can.
honey, season 4.
Oh my God.
Should we do our first segment?
Let's do our first segment. I'm
Okay,
opening the
hold
list
on.
now.
I have to get my phone.
Oh my God. Okay, Jason, our first segment is called Straight Shooters. And in this segment, we're going to ask you a series of rapid fire questions. It's basically this thing or this other thing. And the only rule is you can't ask any follow-up questions or we'll fucking kick your ass out of this room.
I'll fucking scream.
I'm going to... George, kick us off.
Watching Instagram Reels or feeling all the feels?
Instagram Reels.
Hakuna Matata or Bottega Veneta?
Oh,
Bottega Veneta.
that was so good. Bam Margera, Sky Ferreira, or Love in the Time of Cholera?
Sky Ferreira.
Clapping back at a hater or clapping cheeks with Bill Hader?
Clapping back at a hater.
Illness as a metaphor or willingness to subscribe to semaphore?
Illness as a metaphor.
Jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge or simping for some OnlyFans chicks?
Golden Gate. Gotta die.
Californication, New York State of Mind, or Boston Strong?
Oh, brother.
Boston Strong.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of the rest of your life, or if you keep sinning, you're going to lose your wife.
Beginning of the rest of your life.
So true.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
10 out of 10, right?
I mean,
perfect
pretty much
score.
1,000 doves.
Yeah, 1,000 doves.
We were talking about this, I hope, before we started recording. I'm not losing my mind. You're so prepared.
Yeah.
You're always,
sorry to clock your tea, but you're so prepared.
When you're always on.
You're Seth Rogen.
You are Seth Rogen.
Popping edibles before the podcast.
You're preting you're this chill
interesting.
DJ. I'm DJ.
I'm
Then
crazy.
jeans.
I'm up all night.
I'm playing a remix of Ray of Light.
I like crawling myself out of. I like digging a hole so I could crawl out of it and say like, ta-da.
Yeah. We'll lower the expectations.
But also I'm not smoking a lot of weed like Seth Rogen. Like I'll take a little. That was like half of an edible, just a little.
So how much was in that one?
5.
That was like 5 milligrams I had.
That you just took?
Yeah.
Has it hit yet?
It's like trickling in.
Totally.
It's trickling in.
Wow.
But like my brain can be a little too much sometimes, and it's a little too like if I'm over caffeinated.
Yeah.
It just kind of helps like level me out a
God,
little bit.
I wish I was like that. If I'm stoned in public, it's over.
Yeah, I've got to be home.
I'm staring at a corner of a wall.
I can be out. I can be dancing, but I can't be chatting.
You can have lights on you with video cameras rolling.
Oh God, no! I tried to just stand up high once.
No, can't do it.
And
Actually,
it was like a fucking nightmare.
Did you ever do that that stoned show that?
Yes.
Yeah, that Spike used to produce.
Yeah. Okay. Then I've been high like 3 times.
There was a show where it was catered by a cannabis chef, like a really like good cannabis chef. And so there was a buffet of all cannabis laced food, and then you do a comedy show. And the last time I did it, it truly like hit me in a cinematic, cartoonish way mid-set. Like I was normal. Like,
Yeah.
And I have no idea really if I remembered what I was supposed to say.
That show I will. Sorry, now we're getting in the weeds. I did actually love being high for that one. That one was fun.
Well, the
sometimes
tacos are so
when
delicious.
it hits right, and I can be really kooky, like, and like not really focus on the material, but focus on having fun.
I think all it is like when you're in the middle of the set and it goes "Rrr," and they start laughing, then it's good. But then as soon as you say one thing that you thought was going to kill and you get crickets, that's when
it's over.
The marijuana psychosis floors you.
Now, are you Cali sober or engaging in other substances as well?
I does it all, baby.
Does it all? What is it
I'm
like?
not like a pill popper, but I smoke weed.
Chris
I drink.
is sober across the board?
Yes.
What is it like being in a mixed sober?
Well, him and I used to partake together all the time. He's been sober for I think 8 years now. So he sort of gets to live vicariously through me. He can make fun of me when I smoke a quarter of a joint and he'll call me a pussy because he would smoke a whole blunt back in the day. You know, so it's kind of like when you have grandkids and then you could tell your kid like, changing diapers is tough, isn't it? Now you're a real man kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then the best part, he can drive me home.
Oh, that's nice.
That is really nice to have a designated driver.
On the way home from the tower.
Yeah, we don't have
the window.
We don't have that. We're
no,
both,
because George doesn't drive.
well, and because we're both drunk.
Well, that was one of my multiple straightisms is driving.
It's a real
You're
divide.
chosen to give us your list, and we're going to give you the floor.
We only have an hour.
Give us the list.
Jason, we said, what's your straight topic? You said I have 8 or 9. Would you like to read them?
Only I wrote a bunch down because I figured that meant, like, I wrote fishing down and I realized you guys have probably done that by now.
Yeah.
So half of them have probably already been done.
That's totally fine.
So that's why.
We've done things twice accidentally in the past.
And people get mad at us for it.
Yeah, but also doesn't matter.
This is bullshit. I'm a subscriber and you guys did a repeat on fishing.
You did that 3 years ago, actually. So could you not do that?
But yeah, driving. You guys
Give us the whole list.
Yeah, give us the whole list.
Okay. Okay, driving, fishing, cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
But then my friend was like, it's kind of trans to be into crypto though.
Well,
What are your thoughts?
I mean, but you
Is
could
it trans to be into crypto?
But I think what you're saying, the idea that it's trans to be into crypto, you could say that about any futuristic technology.
Yeah. Anything like electronic.
Do you know what you're talking about? You're talking about the Wachowski sisters.
Literally.
Like,
You're thinking of
it's
the
like
Matrix.
The Matrix is trans. AI is trans. Like crypto is trans.
Because crypto, you're thinking like you're entering the computer. Like that's the Matrix.
Like the whole thing.
I didn't know that there was such a trans electric connection.
DJ is trans.
DJ is trans.
Like anything electronic or cyber.
Yeah.
Cybernetics.
Okay. So it has like some of the hard work hobbyist ethic of a lesbian deck builder, but then you add the tech element into it when it becomes
and
trans.
just like the futuristic. It's like futuristic and like a better world
like
is possible.
building a new society.
Fantasy future world
Fantasy
where
future
my
world.
people are maybe in charge. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe not your
Who
people.
run the world?
I think he's
trans.
speaking as a trans
Yeah,
person.
yeah, totally. Sorry, I didn't realize you were speaking as a trans person. Please go on. I didn't mean to talk over you. I didn't realize you were
He was
speaking
in
as a trans
character as a trans
And
person.
So, but
13 minutes in my first time where I start talking as in the
Is it
trans
only
sense.
13
No,
minutes?
that was a joke.
Okay, thank God. I was
Okay.
like, whoa.
Joining ICE.
yeah, that's pretty straight.
That's pretty straight.
Wow, you went political with that one.
I didn't expect that from you.
Do you guys know any gay guys who have joined ICE?
To be fair, I don't know anyone.
Have you heard of anyone in the community?
No, it really
anyone
is
on
true.
Scruff who's
'Cause
ICE?
you know what?
There on Scruff, it's like no hairy guys, no ICE members, no.
No, but
Nobody
actually,
under 5'11".
What you're saying is very perceptive because gay guys do become, for example, police officers or like other tools of the state. It's not like they
Half
never
the military is gay.
exactly. Military.
My first threesome, 2 Boston cops.
Shh.
Don't shush him.
Guys, it was a
so when
different
I said
time.
Boston strong, you're like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, oh God.
Well, that is literally
me
your
back.
type is Boston cops.
It was
Self-hating,
crazy.
closeted Boston
It was
cops.
crazy. They kept calling. Their hotel was on.
They kept
Diversity
handcuffing
Street,
you?
and they
Yeah.
kept calling it diversity. And I was
Fucking
like,
diversity.
it's like it's diversity. Anyway, keep going. But okay, I'm actually surprised that like the Trump administration hasn't tried to do like games with like some of these ICE members are gay.
Yeah.
Like that seems like
That's a game.
like you know that like that
guess which
PR
ones?
move like to be like
Well,
you can't
we're
hate
past
them.
that.
Some of them are gay,
Yeah,
but we
pinkwashing.
are pinkwashing. But they are past that in a weird way.
Yeah, like I have a cousin who's gay. I can talk about it, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I have a sister who's an ICE member. Now what?
Now what?
Spending time in the garage, jogger pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Jogger pants. is
Jogger
huge.
pants.
Jogger pants
Gay
is
guys
interesting.
can't wear. If you see a gay guy wearing jogger pants,
Tough.
stay away.
Just came out.
Scammer.
Well, they're also literally cruising. If a gay guy is in jogger pants, it's a sexual act.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, like he's not wearing underwear. He's showing the goods, and it's to like he's like going on the trail to like have easy access to whip it out.
Oh, so for you, jogger pants is about
We're talking about like a Viore pant that Bill Simmons would wear when he's going to Phil's coffee in the morning. with his
like
Birkenstocks
athleisure
on.
pant, right?
Yeah.
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 I think they're wearing it to cruise. That's what I think.
Have you ever worn a jogger pant with no underwear in a windy area?
Well,
thanks for considering it.
I have, back in my New York days, of course, when you're going out to walk the dog and you're just like, let me just quickly, I'll put on a thin sweatpant with no underwear and take a stroll.
A thin
threadbare.
And I always say, I want people to be doing this for me. I want to be able to see, so I'll give them a little show too.
He'll whip out his cock.
Give back to the community.
Okay. Even if it's cold. Kanye West.
Oh, that's a good one.
The enjoying of Kanye West.
Well, that's complex,
it's tough.
though.
It's complex. I was actually recently listening to the song he did with Brandy, Talk About Our Love. Underrated track.
I mean, but
you know that one?
I don't think so.
Jason.
I mean, I'm sure if I heard it, I would recognize it, but I don't remember Kanye and Brandy.
Great video.
Known murderers. Murderer.
What?
Sorry. Brandy killed someone, right?
Yeah, she did.
Wait, she did?
It wasn't her fault.
Okay, it wasn't.
I did recently. I was recently talking to someone.
Jenner's
I was like,
fault either.
I was like, no,
Wow.
Matthew Broderick,
Folks.
Look, they've all killed, and it was a long time ago.
Fuck, Mary, kill, Brandy, Matthew Broderick, Caitlyn Jenner. Go.
Who's your vehicular top 5?
Yeah.
Your vehicular manslaughter.
Yeah. I guess that's a pretty easy one. You would probably fuck Brandy, marry Matthew Broderick, and kill Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow, that's nice.
Then I would do the same, I guess.
Wow, you know me. Okay, Polymarket.
Yes. Wait, that's good.
So that's like sports betting?
But also
It's
betting on other things.
betting on natural disasters, political regime change,
Really?
sports, celebrities.
Not to bring this up again, but I was recently watching the Golden Globes from the overflow room at the Beverly Hilton, and
Shout out.
they
That's
had
really
various
impressive.
screens. Yeah, I wasn't allowed into the real show, but
How was the food? Oh, you didn't get any. Got it? Go
there
ahead.
was food in the overflow room. It was
You get
mostly
tenders?
cheese cubes,
Okay.
and then there was a buffet that had
and
like
some boom chicka pop. It's probably
very,
really good.
little shot glasses of tomato soup with like little grilled cheeses that you could
That
dip.
is such a great hors d'oeuvre.
Yes.
Yum.
So anyway, they had screens showing the show, obviously. Giant screen,
Yeah.
bigger than all of them. Polymarket predictions for the
Really?
categories.
Just
Because
like you're in
Polymarket was a
Vegas.
sponsor of the Globes.
Oh, I heard about the like predictions thing.
So here's,
This is all Peter Thiel.
is
of
your
course.
list,
Is it?
do you have more?
I'm halfway done.
Okay,
basically.
go.
yeah.
Because I have more to
Oh,
say
I
about
had
Polymarket.
fishing, mating,
Like
the act,
book? Oh.
like
like two people having sex and creating a child.
reproducing,
Reproductive
No.
sex.
Mating.
Mating.
mating. So
Because
like the
you
dance,
can- you can-
like the dance.
You can have, an embryo and a sperm and you create life, but the act of mating, maybe we should cut this.
No, I like it. Go ahead.
Grok.
Well, yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Gay guys don't grok.
Gay guys do not grok.
You like to think that you're better than grok.
Well, it's like I can't even imagine being on the same level as grok. Like to me, that is just like I can't.
Grok, show me
Abandon
Seth
myself.
Rogen's cock. That's you.
Ooh.
Can it do that?
Seth in a bikini, you
You
can do that.
probably could do that. And then you wouldn't have to buy those handwritten porns.
No, I want the hand-drawn porn.
Oh,
I
okay.
actually have looked on eBay for them because they are out of print and it's pretty hard to find.
Well, and
Damn.
especially now that he's so successful.
Well, they probably
your-
got sued.
Yeah,
That's
I
your
actually think
Funko Pop.
No, on Polymarket, people are bullish on the Seth Rogen porn. All right.
Look it up. Look it up.
Okay.
I think that's,
That's it?
I think that's ish.
Do you want to,
it
can
for
you
now,
actually
yeah.
go top to bottom just all the way through? And I won't interrupt you. I want to hear the list one more time.
Okay. Driving, cryptocurrency, parentheses trans, joining ICE, spending time in the garage, jogger pants, Kanye West, Polymarket, fishing, mating, grok. And then I guess one other one, audio only podcasts.
Yeah.
Which you are.
Which you have one.
Yeah, and I'm straight. So,
Yeah,
that
but
all
don't you
clicks.
think your podcast, but your podcast is so like queer baity.
That's right.
I wouldn't call your podcast straight. Like, I think a straight podcast is like Smartless.
No, you guys get to have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
Where you like get to be straight and
That's
then you
right.
also get to be gay baity.
Yeah.
And it doesn't diminish your straight. I'm like, how do you get to
No,
do
if anything, it
both?
makes you more straight.
Well, I think it's because there's like gay baiting with good and bad energy or intentions.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, I want to gay bait to get more rich and famous and successful,
You would
whatever
never
it
do
takes.
that. Yeah.
We Chris and I the people that we like are often gay and they're often more funny, entertaining, clever, just fun to talk to in general. So we're more naturally disposed to want to make them, think that we're also fun and cool and charming.
It really is an amazing mixture that you can talk about both the Joe Budden podcast and Addison Rae in the same episode.
Yeah, with Olivia Nuzzi.
You guys really have it all.
Yeah, with Nuzzi, no doubt, huh?
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Look, she didn't give us everything we wanted, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I think she's a genius, though.
Really?
I think she's like a Lana Del Rey level, psycho genius.
Yeah, no, that checks out.
Where like everyone thinks she's not, but then like you ask like Courtney Love and 3 other iconic people, and they're like, no, she's a genius. And you're like, oh, I think I have to believe that.
Did any of those topics speak to you to discuss most?
Well, I do think Polymarket feels especially relevant right now because it's such a huge shift in the culture that everything is sports betting. And from what I understand, and don't correct me, from what I understand, because the Trump administration is so pro crypto, Polymarket and a lot of things like that are like based on crypto, and that's one of the big reasons why they're just suddenly like completely legal. Mm-hmm. And the other thing how about you?
I'm done talking about that one.
Okay.
Well, how long?
Do you have a favorite?
Until like RuPaul's Drag Race, like who's going to win?
It's already.
Will be
I'm
on
sure
Polymarket.
it's already on Polymarket.
Okay. Well, then
don't you think you can look up anything?
People have to create the bet. I think so. Like
a Sniffy's
like they'll create like general ones, like who's going to win the Super Bowl or whatever.
Right.
But then people can create and submit their own. Like,
sure.
Will this happen before this deadline or whatever? But what I want, which could happen in the future, is to invest in people as stocks. So like when Addison Rae first comes out, or you hear the record before, and you're like, this is going to be big. I'm going to buy $10,000 worth of Addison Rae stock.
Yeah.
And then in 10 years, when she's on SNL and playing the Super Bowl, cash in, I'm rich.
Wow.
Well, what you're describing is like all of us have one skill, and it's sort of like reading the vibe. And you're like, what? Why can't we monetize that?
Yeah, it's time to monetize.
And it's like, there are a few ways you can monetize. You can monetize it by like being a sort of vague creative, where it's like, okay, you're a comedian, you're a podcaster, you're a creative director, but like, that's not quite it. You want to be really rewarded for being like, Sabrina Carpenter was flopping, but this one hit.
Well, this is going to be the only job in the not too distant future, unless you're one of the people that Polymarket is talking about.
Yeah,
the only job is going to be just betting with other people and trading money with everyone else, because AI is going to destroy every job.
I know.
Not to go off. AI destroying jobs is very straight, isn't it?
Well, talking about AI destroying jobs is very. I mean, it is correct, I guess, but it is also very straight.
Well, I think on the other end of that, sometimes I think resistance. I don't use AI, and I like don't want to.
Yeah,
but I think like being like, we can stop this, y'all. It's like, that's gay.
No,
where it's like, no, you're I can't even believe that.
Well,
but you also still have to fight, even if you don't think you're going to win. You want to die with your boots on. You know what I mean?
True.
Sometimes I do laugh when, someone who I know to be like a complete dumbass is like, AI is like erasing everything that's human about us. I'm like, honestly, you though could be replaced by an AI. Like, it's like, maybe not you.
I'm not really worried about my whole thing, but you should start.
Yeah, you got to be shaking.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, so what is your job? Okay, so at the most, just in terms of theorizing why Polymarket is straight, if I may sort of put forth the most obvious thing, which is like, it is very straight to make everything into numbers. Like, just at the most basic level, like, it's very straight to be like, I don't want to deal with any vague
Gay people
feelings.
Don't like data?
No. Well, this is it's complicated. But I think generally speaking, gay people are, like a vibe, like ambiance, like, and then straight people, it's like, it's very much like Jack Donaghy putting on the glasses where he sees everyone is worth a price, which by the way is what you're advocating for with your Addison Rae idea.
No, but it's a feeling. It's something that you can't put into words. It's something you can't quantify with numbers. I have the gift.
Ultimately, like, it's like arts and humanities, gay, math and science, straight. Well, I don't even really believe that. But
I'm all about equality, so I think those lines are blurred now.
Of course.
But even like when people say how good a movie is based on how much money it made, like they're like, this movie is good because it made $100 million, and I'm like, but that doesn't mean it's good.
You know what else doesn't mean it's good? That it has a good Rotten Tomato score.
Literally.
So, but you know what a gay person would say? Richard Brody's review like really made me think.
Sure.
And he recently actually loved Kristen Stewart's directorial debut.
Oh, happy.
You're going to see Chronology of Water? What do you think?
I'll probably, if it's on Delta, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be an IMAX experience for me.
I would love to see the Chronology of Water
When
on
do you
IMAX.
think movie theaters are going to be done? That's a good Polymarket, huh?
Definitely.
Let's get going.
It's so...
Betting starts now.
I mean, I guess I need to leave New York and LA to properly answer that question because my response to, based on my own experiences, I keep thinking they're done. And yet, why is every movie I try to see sold out? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I saw No Other Choice yesterday, Thursday night, not even like that big of a hit. I was sitting like far left, like row 27.
LA, you can really never tell.
But then New York too. One time, do you remember the movie She Said, which is about the Harvey Weinstein story? It's about the
Saw that in the theaters?
I didn't because it was sold out. My mom was visiting.
Good luck
My
getting
mom
the
was
ticket.
visiting New York. We go. By the way, I had read that morning that it is a historic flop. No one's watching it. No one cares about Carey Mulligan as what's her whatever. That's a New York Times reporter. So I'm like, all right, this is a movie my mom would like. I know it's not going to be sold out. Cobble Hill Cinema is the only movie theater in the entire world where She Said was sold out.
And you chose to live there.
Yeah.
And I have not seen that film yet.
Aren't people always going to want to go to a place? Like, theoretically, we don't
For
need
magic?
For magic.
We come
Like, we
to
don't
this
need like
place.
coffee shops anymore. Like, everyone can have
Talking
coffee
about a
at
third
home.
space.
Basically, I'm talking about a third space.
Yeah. Do you think Italy is a third space? I saw
What's,
someone
your
homeless
favorite,
people,
what's your
yeah.
favorite third space? Mine's
what's
my
your favorite-
gym.
My favorite third space is my barber shop.
Really? You have great hair.
Thank you.
You know, I'm in the middle of growing my hair out and I haven't quite figured out the right thing. And so you have similar hair
Yeah,
style
it is
and
very similar.
shape.
If you put a little product in there,
Do you
and
feel
like
like Bumble and Bumble Sumo Tech? Because that's what
I
people
haven't heard
keep
that name in
recommending.
years, sweetie.
What are you using?
I use beef tallow.
Oh
my God. I went through a
God.
huge beef tallow phase,
Not
but
just-
on my face, not on my hair.
A little bit of, if it gets on the hair, so be it, you know?
Sky High Farms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
But you don't tallow anymore.
I
Was there an
don't.
incident?
No, I actually just sort of
Just
stopped, but I
fell
like
out.
it.
Okay.
I had the tomato leaf scented one. Is that the one you have?
I don't have that one, but I've used it before.
Okay,
But
so
yeah.
that for your hair, interesting. You really can do anything with beef tallow.
But I mean, also put a hat on, like get out of the shower, put a hat on,
Yeah.
and just set it and forget it. That's always been my hair philosophy.
Baseball cap or like beanie?
Baseball cap or beanie in the winter.
Okay, baseball cap freaks me out because what if you have ridges from like?
Oh, tough.
Nobody said it was easy, man. Okay, what were we talking about? Movies?
Polymarket. When are movie
Polymarket,
theaters
movie
dying?
theater.
And what's your favorite third space? And is it?
Oh yeah, I like the
Barber.
barbershop because it's the last place where I can have IRL locker room talk.
Yeah, you get to really be like, pussies like
grab
this.
her by the pussy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would never
Boobs
say
are
that.
like this. Pussies like this.
Yeah, is that
Y'all know
the
what
kind
I
of
mean?
thing you're talking about? Boobs are like this, pussies like this.
I mean,
Folks, you're doing
With your
set.
barber.
But is it just me or are boobs like this?
we don't say stuff exactly like that, but the kind of thing where there's no women and children around and we could speak openly and freely with strangers, like saying like an offensive thing with another man in the room that you've never met.
Yeah.
It's exhilarating.
Totally.
No, I bet
bro.
that's freeing.
You know what I mean?
That's something I will
like,
never be able to experience just because of all my
maybe
empathy
this person
for
will cancel
marginalized
me.
groups.
Like we were talking with Todd Glass, like he'll be backstage at a comedy show, and he's about to say something, and he'll look around and be like, I don't know, half these kids are some 19-year-olds who just got off the bus from Denver. I don't know if they're gonna tweet about me saying this and get me canceled.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing.
I used to go to this barber in Greenpoint, and he was always trying to get me to do straight sex talk. And like, he was really getting in there. And it was like, I didn't want to break. First of all, I didn't want to be like, I'm gay, but I also didn't want,
I'm going to stop you right there.
I'm gay. And I also didn't want to like, but I like honestly felt bad that I was like, damn, I bet you're like, why isn't this hitting? Like, I'm hitting him with my best material of like pussies like this, boobs are like this, and this guy is not.
But what does he
responding
expect
at
us?
all.
I mean, if I would not want my barber to talk like that to me.
I thought that's what you liked.
No, he likes doing slurs, like
Oh,
offensive.
non-sexual.
Yeah.
Just offensive.
A little bit, but not like graphic detail of like, hey, have you ever done this sexually?
Yeah.
And then expect the person who I'm cutting to be like, that's awesome. I also love breasts, or, whatever it may be. Like that type of convo, I'm not interested in having.
Interesting.
And I don't think most straight people,
because you do
have
ultimately
those
respect
combos
women.
with another man.
Jokes aside.
Really?
So I
feel
think
like
he
it's-
was trying to.
Well, when I was a mover, tell you what, those straight guys really want to make each other horny.
Did you know Sam used to be a mover?
I used to be a mover. In
Literal
New
or
York.
metaphorical?
Literal, like in a moving truck.
lifting things, only gay guy on the job.
Mm-hmm.
Basically went back in the closet.
Yeah.
This
Because
was
they would
not that
have been
long
mad
ago.
if they knew.
You were hiding in the literal closet, the master
Yeah.
primary bedroom closet.
But those guys, all day, every day, it was just like, damn, this girl's so hot.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, look at that ass. Oh my God, I want to fuck. Like they were so
when I
making
was
each other
when I was
horny.
in middle school, high school, that kind of stuff went down. But I feel like once I got older,
Interesting.
I know that like women talk more openly about that kind of stuff, but like I don't want to hear about my best friend's girlfriend's pussy. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure it's great, but like it's just what am I going to do with that?
This is an interesting.
I've never heard this before.
And I don't want to tell my best homie, yo, I was hitting my wife last night and her ass was so fucking good. Like
Totally.
what is that?
But I think you're pointing to something.
Like, yeah, I know she's hot.
It's kind of like counterintuitive, but so true.
It makes
which
more
is
sense.
Women actually talk more objectify,
Women
like women
describe the
yes,
very detailed information about penises and things
stuff.
like that.
In a way, men don't about like men in like committed relationships.
Yeah, no one's like, oh, your girlfriend's really nice. I had a lot of fun with her at dinner. Just describe what her breasts are and nude. How big is her pussy? You know what I mean? Like no one, you say, like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Totally.
And women are just like, well, I think it's like 6.6.
I haven't brought out the ruler, but I think I can sneak it in. That I'm honestly having my mind is blown a bit.
Yeah.
Because you're myth busting right now.
Yeah.
Because I thought that literally the moment straight guys were alone, they were like,
No.
literally, I thought the moment
What is
straight guys.
this?
That's not what you're doing?
I thought like the door closes and then it's like a race to make each other as horny as possible via describing sex with their
This is
respective
in your
partners.
little Rogan cartoons. This is a picture that you're hoping to paint.
No, I actually
No.
don't think. Here's
No,
what
I think
I
this,
think.
really
I think
thought this
this does
happened.
exist with people who are in high school, closeted gay, or just like incels who are trying to
Yeah.
hide the fact that they
But not, like, respectable
aren't actually
married.
looking at naked breasts.
Got it.
I do think something that happens behind closed doors. I'll say this. I think there's actually more homophobia than sexism that happens behind closed. I think it's more likely that guys are like saying that's so gay or like something is gay or like calling their friend gay as a joke. I think there's much more of that than like actual misogyny being like objectifying women. Like that's the thing that is hidden from polite society that they're doing in the barber shop, in the locker room, whatever.
Yeah, like true misogyny doesn't really happen at all.
Period.
I guess I never thought about it like that.
I mean, it's
that's cool.
2026.
That's awesome.
Like the people that actually do that have been like so swept under the rug of society that we don't even.
that they're in the White House.
Woo!
Yeah, clock that.
Shots
Gag
fired. Gag it.
Yeah, I mean, but when's the last time you really hung out with a true misogynist? For me, Danny Masterson.
How
When did you hang
was
out
that?
with him?
Well, 15 years ago, we would DJ together all the time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
LA.
so,
I forget.
That's so rad
That's awesome.
that you DJ'd with Danny Masterson.
I'm trying to think the last time I hung out with a true misogynist.
Let me see. No, this is a really,
But
really
like
good.
it doesn't really like
And gay guys
especially
don't count. Gay guys
especially in
don't count.
2026. But like even with like Gen Z kids, like 18-year-old kids hanging out at the skate park, listening to Biba Doobie or whatever it is, taking mushroom gummies, and one of the friends is like, "Dude, Billie Eilish," like talks.
No, finish that sentence.
I shan't. I'm not gonna get clipped, bitch. but says something toxic about a girl at school or like I feel like the friend group is gonna be like, whoa, what are you saying,
I agree.
bro? Like, I don't really think it happens.
Interesting.
I think much like everything, it's more polarized. So there's like people on one end being like true violent misogynist incels, and then people on the other end.
I'm talking about the non-school shooter motherfuckers.
There's no I think what there's less of, honestly, is like the center of
it's a destruction of the middle class of misogyny. Literally at the top and the bottom.
Like the casual misogyny of like literally being like that chick.
You're either in the White House or in the penitentiary.
Completely.
Everything in the middle, zero misogyny.
That is so interesting.
And so the question, of course, becomes: is that better or worse? Like, is there? If you add it all up, it's worse.
We need a middle class.
We need a middle class
economy, misogyny, all of it,
homophobia.
Yeah.
Okay, so on Polymarket, when do you think middle class misogyny is coming back?
What's more straight than being poly, right?
Well, that is true. Why is it called?
Is it called Polymarket?
No, Polymarket is a horrible name
because it's all the markets.
What's the other one? Kashi? No, that's a protein bar.
Kalshi, which is like
what's
like Japanese dog food. Like, what is that?
Literally.
But yeah, I want to have stock in people. I think that's gonna be the next wave.
That's a really good idea. And to be perfectly honest, you could make that happen with Polymarket.
And also to be able to short people, like Stan armies will be able to short other people, and you could invest. I'm going to short Azalea Banks because I think in 2026 she's going to finally cross the line with the Israel stuff, and then boom, I got my house in Palm Springs paid for. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
fuck it.
Oh my God, I do want to. This is off topic, but the driving as a topic, I actually am curious about because now that I've been in LA for 2 years, I'm sort of like I'm actually good at driving, and it makes me feel like less of a gay guy.
Well, when you're driving, especially a group of people, you become daddy.
You become daddy,
and you start by default.
You're like, you guys be quiet. Like, no, the music needs to be a little lower.
And you also get into a little bit. I'm gonna get you guys home safe tonight. You know what I mean? And that is nothing more daddy than that.
Well, unfortunately, the opposite is also true as someone who doesn't drive, which is that I become baby when I'm constantly being driven around, and
which is gay. Which is gay.
Baby is gay. Daddy's straight.
That's the clip, guys.
That's the clip.
Do you have anything you're baby about?
Yeah, what are you baby about?
I'm not really baby about anything, I would say. I mean, when I get sick and my wife takes care of me, then it's nice to get into a little
phantom thread situation.
Yeah. Do you think she ever poisons you so that you have to be baby?
Yeah, maybe with a mushroom omelet. Yeah.
But like when I'm like laying on the couch watching TV and I'm feeling kind of sick, and you're
watching Drag Race, betting on Polymarket.
Yeah,
I'm watching Below Deck. I'm watching Drag Race. I'm betting on the Clipper game, and she's like, "Do you want some tea?" and brings me a blanket. I'm like, "This is baby time."
Yeah.
Wow.
But otherwise, not really.
This is baby time.
This is baby time.
I mean, when I'm sitting like in Delta One, if I get the upgrade, that's baby time.
Oh yeah.
I have the blankets pulled up to my neck. I'm like, can I have another ginger?
No, that's a really great point. Is that like for straight guys who have to drive all the time and have to be daddy?
Then
the only time they get to be baby in transport is when they're on the plane.
Yeah. I don't want to breastfeed. I want to be on the teat every once in a while.
Yeah, of course.
They should have little breastfeeding
I'm
bars.
Barren.
Breastfeeding bars for straight guys where there's like a bunch of silicone
I
I just remembered one more thing on the list, which could be a good shout out for the end of the episode.
Nice.
Though.
Do you want to save it?
Do you want to save it?
I
guess, think of ours on the spot. I literally don't know what mine will be, so there's no pressure for you.
Is it time or
no?
What time do we start?
Oh God,
bro, I don't know. I wish there was a producer here that could tell us.
I think we have like 5 to 10 more minutes, but
yeah, no, we're not done yet.
Okay,
it's not that you're not gonna get off that easy.
Yeah, this is what we mean by usurping.
Yeah, suddenly you're in charge.
I can go rounds, guys. I can go rounds. I don't have any concept.
Guess what? You want to be
time.
baby so bad? Now's your chance. Sit down and do what we tell you.
Me want podcasts now.
No, it doesn't even work. There's something.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It's crazy.
I can't not daddy you guys.
Well, is it difficult? Sorry to bring up your height. Is it difficult for you to be baby as a very tall man?
Very hard.
Yeah.
Very, very hard.
I gotta
Almost
say,
never.
when I'm around like 3 guys who are all taller than me, I'm like, this is like I'm a child.
I know.
Like,
when I'm around anyone who's taller than me, I'm a child.
If it's one person, I can handle it because I'm like, look at us, different perspectives. But if it's 3 people, then I'm like, I'm weird.
One bear, easy. 3 bears, now suddenly.
I'm prey.
They say as soon as you have more dogs than you have hands to hold the leash on, that's when it becomes too much. Same thing with the bear. You're over at the eagle. You got one in front of you, one on the left, one on the right. Now what?
I got to say something that's mostly humiliating for me. But when you went to the Mariah Carey event at the Eagle, I was so upset. I said, even straight guys are getting to go to Mariah
jealous
Carey?
the word?
I was jealous.
Okay.
I was deeply jealous. And I said, how am I not
Select
making enough
straights.
noise
Select straights are
to be invited to the, was it Interview Magazine? What was it?
It was, yeah.
I was like, because at first I was like, private event of the Eagle, what's going on?
Well, we went to the Butt Magazine party at the New York Eagle, but there was no pop stars in attendance.
Yeah, 0.
Yeah, Butt is a little far from me. I feel like that's maybe a little too far.
But isn't it like owned by Bottega Veneta or something now?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in a
alley.
lot of gay spaces, but at a certain point, it's kind of like, yeah, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Guys? You know what I mean?
What'd you think of the Eagle?
I mean, it was. I mean, it didn't really count because it was like it was a
private event.
There were like just as many women there as guys, and it was a little more. It's safe time play.
Yeah.
You could tell, but I liked the way they ran the show. Like, it was good to be in a bar where it felt like a bar did, like in the 80s or something like that.
Yeah.
Where the bartender has like a personality and will talk to you, is wearing a jock strap and roller skates, but like, they're like wiping down the bar, like, hey, what are you having? All right, cool. Yeah. And like you go to a straight person's bar and they're just like,
completely.
Yeah.
I actually think, regardless of the actual visual markers of like, jockstrap, literally someone getting blown in the corner. Yeah. If you ignore all that, it's actually as straight as the bar from Cheers. Like to go to a divey gay bar like that those are the only bars that still exist that have the ethos of the old time small town bar.
Y'all be drinking more like just regular beers than at straight bars. Like if I go to like a straight bar, I'm like, let me get a beer. They're like, what?
Yeah.
But I'm like, let me get a Bud Light at the Eagle. They're like, here you go.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, it actually is crazy how much beer is being drank at the Eagle. I actually am always like, I'll have a tequila soda, and I feel like I'm a flop loser because of it.
Well, then bears and beer go together.
That's
if
true.
you don't really care about how many abs you have,
It's true.
Visible abs.
We do care about.
We care.
Yeah, but
I'm up to 12. How about you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a bear, so I don't.
No, I mean, yes, bears don't.
I have no abs.
Really?
That's crazy.
That's shocking.
I mean, they're in there somewhere.
I asked you and Chris if you guys would ever do a shirtless photo shoot to promote the pod. Is the answer still no?
I guess eventually we would. If it was for like, Bruce Weber says get out of the fucking polo, then
Oh, I thought you were going to go the opposite direction. Like if it was, in order to protect your ego, you would only do it if it was comedic or something like that.
Oh, no, I wouldn't want to do it comedic now.
Like holding a rubber chicken.
So classic.
Yeah.
Ugh. I mean, it's so tough when we bring up the end to keep going.
I know.
You know what I mean?
What is that? No, I don't know what you mean.
The end, the concept of the podcast ending has been brought up.
So now I can think about
the elephant in the room as we are.
I popped the balloon and the fantasy is over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All good things come to an end. You don't want to go down with the ship.
So
you want to leave them wanting more.
That's
so they
true.
can follow you on all platforms.
Yeah. Follow us on all platforms.
Send me a woof.
Send Jason a woof.
Send Jason a woof. Everybody woof.
Guys,
Jason.
come on. Send Jason a woof. It's the nice thing to do.
Mm-hmm. I would say that my last one could be a good bridge into the shout outs.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
Oh my God, that's
I'll go
never
first.
happened before. Okay, go.
Oh, I just remembered because my stomach just growled.
So did mine. We're synced.
Clock that. But it reminded me of when I was listening to Ivy Woke and you were reading yours and she just farts in the middle of it.
Oh my God.
And it was at that point where I was like, she knows that there's like 5 levels of comedy.
Completely.
Like 5 disciplines of it. And she did all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the very end, she's like, I'm just going to fart during a serious part of the podcast.
Genius.
That was so amazing.
Which is like
yes.
beyond Kaufman-esque.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That was shocking.
Which is just so like, sorry, I farted.
Yeah.
Like, because there's nothing, like you're in a movie theater nothing funnier in the world when somebody just does a giant fart during like a heart gut-wrenching, the crescendo of the whole film. You just hear a crazy loud one. The whole theater, children, grandmas, police, everyone is dying.
No, you're so right that
good.
it's like showing what's in
I don't like it.
Showing what's in her arsenal. It's like when I do like ethnic humor about like being Greek. I'm like, I could do that too. You guys thought it was all
above it?
I was above it? No.
Oh, I'm right there in the dirt.
You can get into the trenches. Okay, so the last one, which is a shout out to these people. Women who own cyber trucks.
Keep going.
Imagine there's 11 of them on planet Earth probably who have a Cybertruck registered in their name.
Right.
Not like their crypto husband bought it for them and she gets to drive it to Bristol Farms. I'm talking she went to the dealership, she bought it, she owns it. What kind of person that must be? I want a documentary series, like a Love on the Spectrum about all these people, because they are all murderers. They're all like do like weird like gun sex stuff,
it's very like, it's not quite this, but it's on the spectrum of like Lauren Boebert, like
definitely
gun owning, giving
Tomb Raider for Halloween every year.
It's definitely
totally.
They think they can like run over someone if they're threatened a little bit.
And they almost want somebody to threaten them a little bit
To like confirm their worldview.
Anti-vax,
stand my ground.
Listen,
Gorilla grip pussy, but nobody wants to fuck them.
See, this is the barbershop stuff I'm
That's
talking
what we're
about.
talking about. Do you have one?
Yeah, I do have
I
one.
need to think of one.
You know what? I have. Okay, whatever.
Go.
What's up, freaks, losers, and perverts around the globe? I want to give a huge shout out to the bartenders at the Eagle. That's right. These guys are nice as hell. Some of them, I even know their first names, and we chat. We say, oh, how's your week? Oh my God. Good. I'm going out of town soon. Oh my God, me too. Oh, did you see that movie? Yes, I saw that movie. It's really amazing to have community and hang out with a guy who's half naked and so sweet and friendly. It is actually crazy when you see it enough and you talk enough, you're like, it's crazy this was ever sexualized. These are just my friends. And now I go to the Eagle and I feel like I may as well be at sort of like a PTA meeting, because we're just sort of talking about normal things. It is a non-sexual space for me. That's good and bad, and I love it there. So shout out to the Eagle. Probably see you tonight. XOXO, Sam.
Woo! What's up, foodies? I want to give a shout out to Dave's Killer Bread, the worst bread I've ever tasted in my entire life that I have been eating more and more of, because in this home that I'm staying in for a month, the only supermarket close to me doesn't have more artisanal bread. And I keep saying, okay, maybe this time it won't be as bad. Maybe this time it won't be as bad. You toast it. It's fully a piece of cardboard. You can throw it and kill someone if it lands on their face. And yet...
Is that the Albertsons?
Yes, Albertsons. And then...
I'll give you some bread solutions in the area.
Really?
Come on, bro.
We're talking after the show. I feel like what is happening to me is that it's so bad that it's like a transcendent, almost monk-like experience where I feel like I'm punishing myself in a way that also cleanses my spirit to have this disgusting bread every day. I almost leave it in the toaster oven long enough for it to become fully rock hard before I eat it. And then I can feel, saltine level crunch. I'm putting I can't find my favorite brand of cottage cheese. I'm putting disgusting, watery cottage cheese. So
You're
gross.
not getting any good culture?
Not getting good culture. Can't find it in Albertsons. I am eating the most disgusting breakfast of all time, but then after I eat them, I'm saying I'm ready to start my day as a monk in a Christian nationalist community. And I am killing it left and right, professionally, personally, and otherwise.
Woo! I do think I also...
You know that Dave is a reformed criminal? It says it on the package.
I
don't remember what he did.
Think I knew. He also has a kind of classic bear look. He's like a hot, like bear-like guy.
Yeah.
Which is why...
And kind of Greekish.
I know.
Oh.
I will say the Dave's bagels, obviously they do not taste like real bagels, but I can get into them. At least they're fluffy in some way.
Well, you talking about suffering does obviously open up a huge can of worms, where I feel like, especially in LA, I need some suffering.
Yeah.
Like I have to feel like I have to have a horrible meal.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be like, well, this sucks. I hate this. But consume it anyway, because it's just like, there's too much smile. There's too much sun. There's too much joy. And I'm like, let's bring it down a couple notches.
Mm-hmm.
You're not.
No. That feels like user error. The longer you're here, the more you'll be able to design your life to have no conflicts or stress
It
whatsoever.
does feel like that's what you've achieved.
You just have to know. And then
no friction.
You do get hit with suffering sometimes. Like when I drive home today, I'll probably be stuck in traffic.
That's true.
But like,
is that
whatever.
what you're trying to end the podcast?
you were
sooner than later. That's definitely what you're doing.
No, I don't care. I have to go pick up a birthday cake after this in Echo Park. Quarter sheets.
Oh yes,
we had that on Friday.
So
delicious.
They also have cake.
Yeah, I have not had.
It's a husband and wife who own it. The husband's on the pizza savory side. The wife does all the cake making. But you know, on a good day, best pastry cakes in LA.
It was one of the Rex.
Absolutely.
One of the Rex I got.
No, it's crazy.
Our dear friend,
Kate's Rex.
Caperland.
Yeah, Kate is she's a regular.
She knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's great.
Have you had her on the pod?
Yes.
Okay.
She has not had. Yeah, but she doesn't have guests on her pod.
No.
But no. And then who does she do the podcast with?
Jacqueline Novak.
I just met her
Jacqueline's great.
last weekend at W Magazine Globes party.
Oh,
It was nice.
why didn't we run into each other at the Globes?
The W Magazine
I
party?
was
I guess I wasn't at the W.
I was at
Magazine
the party at the Chateau.
Me too, but a different one. The
You were at
A24.
Vanity Fair?
A24.
Oh.
Excuse me.
That's cute
Timmy
for you.
and Kylie were there.
Okay, that's big. Contractually.
Okay.
No shade.
Well,
We'll compare the Getty images afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, there's none.
yeah.
I was hiding from. I looked like. Whatever. This is a larger conversation. I wasn't turning a look, and I felt embarrassed.
Tune into
about
the Patreon for the rest of this convo.
well,
So
and
J-Lo was at mine, so you know.
is
Okay.
that good or?
Hey, Jennifer Lawrence was at mine.
Are we going tit for tat?
Yeah.
I don't
Who else was
remember
at
who
yours?
else.
Kirsten Dunst,
That's pretty big.
Benicio del Toro,
Amanda Seyfried.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh,
Gagged it.
Yeah, no, that's. I
Well,
think you might win that one.
thanks so much for listening, you guys.
yeah. This has been an amazing pleasure.
Dakota Johnson.
Okay, we'll continue this off mic.
I like Dakota Johnson.
Okay,
Oh, she's great, and she was with Role Model, so you heard it here.
She's
first.
great. Bye.
StraightioLab is a production by Will Ferrell's Big Money Players Network and iHeart Podcasts.
Created and hosted by me, George Civeris, and Sam Taggart.
Executive produced by Jenna Cagle, co-produced by Becca Ramos.
Edited by Lauren Stumpf and mixed and mastered by Doug Boehm.
Artwork by Michael Fales and Matt Grubb. Theme music by Ben Kling.